All right, we're going live. We should be live in a few. So it's starting to go live. So if you're on your YouTube, if you're on your phone, go into YouTube and you should see when we are.
Yeah, I'm going on right now.
And yeah, and if everyone could please turn down your volume on your YouTube page once it comes up, because then you'll get feedback. All right, we're going live. We should be live in a few. So it's start. We should be live now.
Okay.
Righty. All right, my volume is down. All right.
All right.
All right, I'll start with myself. Well, I'm Savon Smith, founder of Savon's Academy Stars and founder of Founding Players. Savon's Academy Stars is a basketball program that I started in 2009 with the city of Royal Palm Beach in West Palm Beach. So I'm the independent contractor for the city of Royal Palm Beach in West Palm Beach, using the game of basketball to help children. Started working with a few kids from age 7, and now those kids are in the first and second year of college. A few of them are on the verge of possibly making it to the next level. So I'm excited to, even say that. These kids started at a young age and had the dream, to pursue a college scholarship and possibly playing in at the next level. And Founding Players came to be because there were 6 kids that I started a program with. And all 6 of those players, I appreciated them listening to me as a coach. And I wanted to name an organization after them. And that's why this foundation is called Founding Players. It's named after those 6 student athletes. I wanted to be able to show my appreciation. Now, that organization that's called Founding Players is about financial literacy. We wanted to stay in their lives after basketball so we can teach them how to manage their money and get through life, structuring your finances. So again, I'll introduce myself and you guys could jump in and introduce. I'm Savon Smith. Next in line.
Who else is going? All right, I guess I'll go next. Oh, all right. So my name is Rod Persona. I'm an entrepreneur. Right now I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm a DJ, accountant. I do many different. They call me Rod of all trades. So I can't even tell you one thing about me right now. To be honest with you, there's a lot of stuff about me. I do graphic designs, DJ, so many things, accounting. And right now, I was grateful to meet Savon through my roommate, and I've been into the stock market. I've been trying to get better at what I do. So the more, I was telling you before, I was like, the more you have, the more people you have, the better it is. So it will be a great opportunity for me. It is a great opportunity for me to join you guys, and I guess go to the next level with this. So like I said, my name is Rod, and if you guys, I guess I don't know if anybody know me in here, but if you guys know me or whatever, but you guys know what I do. If you do know me, if you don't know me, I just do so much. Like I said, I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you. it's just years of accumulating, knowledge and stuff like that. So I can't just say one thing because that's not gonna do me justice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's me.
All right, well, everyone here will definitely get to know each other. For those who don't know of each other, the more and more we meet, the more and more we talk, we'll all get to know each other, that's for sure. So we're forming a dream team.
For sure.
Alan, you want to jump in?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, my name's
The reason
Alan.
I said for you to jump in, if you could introduce yourself and just go down the line, with your people that you invited.
Okay, yeah, my name's Alan, down here in Florida, near Savon. I was fortunate to meet Savon to actually get me back in the stock market. And just like the last brother just stated, he's a jack of all trades, and I operate the same way. I operate as a realtor. I'm in the accountant field, and I'm getting back into stocks as well. So I'm glad to be here with a group of people who want to move forward and be progressive.
Definitely. If Alan, if you do me the honors and just let your people know to introduce themselves, unless they don't want to be introduced, we could proceed.
Yes, if anyone wants to introduce yourself, you don't have to use your last name. That because
it's fine. My last name is probably there, but I'm Spencer. I've been Alan's former roommate, friend. We happened to see each other not too long ago in Publix, and I felt like it was a godsend because he opened my mind up more to getting involved with the stock market and making some profitable income that way. I've been kind of involved with it just through my company's stock market that's involved with my company, but now I just want to learn all different types of ways and avenues of profiting through the stock market, long term and short term, and then kind of make it help me be very successful. I feel like this is the perfect time to really get involved with that. So I want to learn from people that has the knowledge and teach me the knowledge, and then I take advantage of learning that knowledge and making money from it. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, nice.
Hey there, guys. My name is Ron. I'm Alan's cousin, and I'm just a new investor. I started investing in the stock market, I guess, when the pandemic started in March. And from the little bit I've learned, I've been able to make a little bit of side income that can help me with some upgrades for my home. So I just want to continue learning so I can, use it as a extra income, extra source of income.
Okay. I'm just taking notes, so I'm learning about each and every one of you from what you just stated. I'm writing pretty fast, so I have some notes here. All right, so Alan, a topic that I'll let you touch on first: financial freedom. I'll let you start on that.
Yeah, me and Savon were having a discussion earlier because we kind of, decided to do the show tonight, but we weren't sure what to talk about. And one thing I brought up to Savon is, well, why are we investing? It's not just to make money, and that's what I brought up to Savon. It's to buy more time, because time is the most expensive commodity, right? You can't get time back. You can make money, but you can't get time back. So we trade our time for money every day. So we talked about the importance of entering the stock market and what it means to us, because it's basically important to have your money work for you. I don't know how you guys feel who are already in the stock market or just getting back, but when I wake up in the morning, pre-market, first thing 4 a.m, I got to the habit of checking my phone. So I love to see my stocks go up. That's basically money working for you and you not working for money. So that's the ultimate goal. And another thing we brought up as well, our folks, our people, the truth is we're the biggest consumers, but we're not the biggest owners. Why is that, right? There's nothing wrong with buying say some nice sneakers, some, stuff that we want. But it feels better when you spend money and buy those stuff when you know you own a piece of the company. If I buy a pair of Jordans, but I know I own several shares of Nike, I feel a little bit better. If I go spend $5 on a cup of Starbucks and I know I own several shares, I feel much better. And I'm telling you, it's true. I literally drove by Starbucks and I'm like, man, I got that cup of coffee, but you know what? They're making me money. So, and that's the type of freedom and the thought process that the stock market gives.
Yeah, definitely. Let me jump in right there, and then we'll let anybody else want to say anything on financial freedom. You mentioned buying Jordans. I mentioned Savon's Academy Stars, and we need sneakers for those boys to get out there, boys and girls, by the way, to get out there and play in any basketball tournament. So I made my rounds with throughout the community, to get sponsorships, whether it's from sneaker stores or clothing stores. And one of the things that I came to realize was I didn't have to buy any sneakers, because, we got sponsored. And a lot of the sneakers that I have were literally sponsored to us, and we did not have to buy any sneakers, because one hand washes the other. So that's the great thing that we have here by forming this team of people that we have, is we can all help each other. I have my nonprofit, and I'm not sure if anyone here have a nonprofit, but I did speak to Alan about this as well, to where if Alan had an idea to maybe open up a sneaker store, we can, and we're doing very well on the stock market. Let's just say we're millionaires. We can all assist each other. We can assist Alan with his sneaker store. And that's the way I think, it should go when we form in a team of people that's going to be there for each other to help each other's dream, become reality. And as I said, it's a wonderful feeling to be able to get things because, people appreciate what you're doing for the children. And instead of going to a sneaker store and buying a sneaker for $250, we're able to get that $250 sneakers, because of the great things that we're doing with these children, and people just want to help us. Anybody else?
What's up?
Nobody want to jump in? Want to move on to the next? All right, Alan. Let's talk about debt.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, we'll say debt.
Well, I can touch on debt as it relates to the stock market. I know that falls under one of my reasons why I invest in the stock market, because I made a goal for myself. I said, you know what? These student loans don't make sense, So I said, one of my goals is to earn enough money in the stock market to pay off my student loans. Because for me, that would be kind of a story for me.
Okay, that's it, or are you gonna keep going? That's it?
That's all I have to say as to what debt, as far as what debt relates to me, as to why I'm investing.
Okay. Again, jumping back into Savon's Academy basketball program. One of the goals was to definitely keep our parents out of debt. In other words, getting that scholarship saves you a lot of money. And that was the goal. Once those kids were 7 years old, I sat down with the parents and we mapped out a plan for the future for those parents to save money and to stay away from debt. And those kids were fortunate to be able to go to school for free. So again, coming together, setting a goal and reaching for the sky and accomplishing things, that's why we're here. Savon's Academy Stars has done that, and I want to accomplish the same things through the stock market with this group of people. And our group will grow also, guys, just so you know. We just started doing this live, and we're going to continue to do it, so we can build on our watch hours. You know, that way more people can see us, and we can help a lot of people. All right. So I think we touched on financial and debt. You know, so let's jump into. Give me a second. Let me jump into crypto for a second and give an example of one thing I did. How many people here know about Square?
I know a bit of it. I know a bit about Square, not too much though. You're talking about Square as in the credit card thingy?
Yeah, the credit card where you put it in your phone and you can swipe your cards.
Yeah.
And they take payments. So, yep, the payment.
Yeah, I know about that.
All right, so Square owns Cash App.
Right.
Okay, so you can buy stocks on Cash. I mean, you can buy stocks on Cash App as well as Bitcoin on Cash App. So I wanted to see if I could show. Give me 1 second. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it, but I'm going to try. 1 second. I'm sending a link to someone. Just give me 1 second. All right. So in October of 2020, I decided to put $10 in Bitcoin. And I'm not sure if you guys could see it. Perhaps. Oh, you can see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so that is $35. Put in $10 in Bitcoin in October 27th. So let me see if I could scroll 1 second. Right there. That's the $10 on October 27th. And it turned into $35 currently present. Now, if you put $10 in the bank, that's not happening.
All right.
And we know that. So I did that just once, just to show for those of you who say, I don't have the money to invest, you have to think about this. $10 turning into $35. That's 1 month.
Yeah.
So if I did that 3 times for the month, that's $105 per month. From October till February, which we're in February right now, you would have invested $150 and turned it into $525 just by dedicating yourself and investing $30 a month. What's you guys' thoughts on that?
I like it. It's a very good profit.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a good profit, especially when you do the math and you do more than just the minimum amount. You put in a good amount and you get a good return. And yeah, I'm into profit.
Yeah. It's usually good to put money like in the either stock market somewhere where your money is invested, like in the bank where you get like 0.001 on a savings account, like which is not even a penny on $1,000, like you know. So it's always good to like either invest, because at the end of the day, if you invest for long term, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna touch on that also. In the end, you're gonna win. You're always gonna win. Like if you invest for a long term, like unless it's a bad company, you definitely gonna make some type of interest, or you know, you're gonna make some money on whatever you invested. But at the banks, you know, like you said with the Square, like I wish I jumped on the Bitcoin a little earlier, because like I saw it when it was like what, 15,000, I believe. Now it's like 46,000.
Okay, well, think of it like this. A lot of people say what you just said. and we're definitely here to educate people that time, we spoke about time and financial freedom. Remember what you just said. You remember when it was 15,000, correct?
Right.
And now you say it's 46. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? Time don't wait for no one.
For nobody.
Couple months from now, maybe a couple days, you'll be looking back and saying, I remember when it was 46, just like when it was 15.
Exactly.
Which is why I just showed the picture of when I invested that $10 in October 27th, and today it's gone up. No matter how many times it went down. So my $10 went down to $7. So that's a loss.
Right.
But now look at my gain over time as a long-term investor. Even though it's short-term, it's still
long-term.
It still took some time to get to that $35. Exactly. So we want to start now. Now is the time. So if Bitcoin right now is 46,000, we're not looking at 46,000. We're looking at our $10 that we're putting in and watching it grow to wherever it goes. So the time is actually now, and it's not the amount that it is, it's where it's gonna go.
True.
Because remember, we haven't reached the finish line of where it's going to go.
Is there a finish line for it? We don't know if there's a finish line for it at this point.
Yeah, we don't know, but we know we haven't reached it because we haven't even really started shopping in cryptocurrency around the world.
Yeah.
Some people started.
Well, there were some news reports that says they're estimating Bitcoin could touch 400,000. So this is just scratching the surface. So if you do research, they're expecting it to hit minimum 400,000. Again, this is just scratching the surface with Bitcoin.
That's crazy.
Exactly. And with what you just said, Alan, a lot of people, I would say 85% of people are just sitting there and saying what you just said, DJ.
Yeah.
It's 46,000.
Yeah.
Time.
I totally remember. I mean, I remember when it actually first started, like, everybody thought it was a joke. It was like, what, 75 cents or something like that? Everybody thought it was a joke. And then not even 10 years later, about 10 years later, now it's 46,000. So yeah, time is not waiting for nobody.
No, it's not. Mm-hmm. Alan, is there anything you wanted to touch on when it comes to stocks that you've researched?
Well, I can make a statement. What I learned from Savan, and I believe Ron brought it up to me as well, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes we look at the stock market and we get intimidated. You may look at a stock like Tesla and say, man, $800 a share, I can't afford that. I may can afford one share if I save up. But how Savan has opened up my eyes and other folks has opened up my eyes, you don't necessarily need to buy Tesla. You can buy, and again, I'm not a financial advisor, you can buy the companies that make the components. That's what people don't think sometimes. So who makes the battery for Tesla? Who makes the charging station? That we don't think about that, right? Like there's a company right now that's getting ready to, and again, that's why you want to do your research so you can get it early. Remember, Bitcoin used to be 10 cents. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks forgetting about that. You brought up 15,000, but at one point, Bitcoin was 10 cents a coin.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a company in California getting ready to open up a new plant. Guess what they do? They manufacture and recycle lithium batteries. Guess who's looking at them? Tesla. Right? So this is a company like Tesla, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just going based off what I read. They can look into acquiring that company, right? Because companies look to acquire companies that make their costs cheaper, right? Mm-hmm. So you got a company that recycles the batteries that you use for your car. Now it's going to reduce economic or environmental impact. So sometimes we just have to think outside the box. I can't afford Tesla, but let me buy the company that makes the batteries, right?
Exactly.
Or a big thing now, if you look around, everything's a stock, like charging stations. Some of you live in apartment complexes. You see all these charging stations popping up in these new developments, right? So what company makes these charging stations, right? Because the Tesla needs to be charged, or next electrical car needs to be charged. So some of us, we just have to look at the stock market a little bit different. Again, we're all learning. I'm a sponge. I learn every day. I constantly tell people, the minute I know everything, that's the minute, I don't know everything, right? I'm constantly learning. So we just got to think outside the box a little bit.
Yep, definitely. I'll give an idea of, I think it was maybe Wednesday of last week. My cousin who live in Jamaica heard some news from, I believe it's Tilray. Is that how you say the weed dispensary company? I believe it's Tilray, Artillery or something.
Yeah, it's Tilray. It's Tilray.
Tilray. All right. So he sent me some news on WhatsApp on that company. And I believe they were trading at $56 per share. And I had a penny stock, SNDL. And I believe they were trading at $1 and change. Don't quote me on that. I don't quite remember. But I know that's comparing like Tesla to the parts. Like you mentioned, Alan, do you invest in Tesla or, do you buy the parts? So comparing SNDL to Tilray, I told my cousin, anyone would say, okay, the news is on Tilray. So let me go put my money in Tilray for that news. And I put my money in SNDL instead of Tilray.
Yeah. And
Tilray went up 66% on $56 per share. So if I know me personally, I don't have enough money to buy a lot of shares to say I made well today on the stock market. So coming down to say $1, $2, under $2 or under $3 a share with SNDL, that went up 166%. So let's make sense of that. Tilray had the news, SNDL 160%, and Tilray who had the news was 66%. Because they're in the same market.
Yeah.
So make sense of that. You have to do your research for sure, and you have to put your money in the best place where your money can make the most money. And sometimes 100%. It's not in the companies that's more popular. It's research, because 166% compared to 66% is a big difference.
Yeah, SNDL did its thing.
Oh yeah.
SNDL did its thing. I don't know if you do options and stuff like that, but yeah, they definitely did their thing, man.
Yep, I do know how to, work the options, but me personally don't really do options too much. And I give you my reason why I don't really do options right now. Not saying I won't do it. And I actually took out an option over the weekend. So hopefully this stock will do well for this week, because I did do an option, because to me it was like a no-brainer to not do an option. So I did one, but I don't normally just up and do options. I tell you why.
Okay.
Because you mentioned long-term. I'm a long-term investor. I'm patient. I like to put that $10 or put that $100, put that $1,000, put $10,000 and just let it ride. Now, throughout that time, I'm letting it ride. If it wants to manifest itself a little sooner, wonderful. I'll smile to the bank. That's cool. But I like to take my time, watch it hit numbers. Because I do my research to know that it's going to hit numbers.
Yeah.
We already know Bitcoin is going to reach somewhere. It's coming. and cryptocurrency in general. It's coming. Just like somebody say, okay, the internet's not coming. It's here.
Yeah.
So my belief is cryptocurrency is here. Whether it's all the way or not, it's here. It's gonna be here. We're gonna be shopping just like we shop with money, fiat money.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's gonna happen. So I look at good stocks definitely growing, but I don't want to put a time on that. And I believe options make you put a time on something.
good time.
Yeah. And I'm not big on gambling. So yeah, that's just my take on that. It could be a good move if you have great news, but I'm not so big on gambling. I'm big on making sure I know that this stock is definitely going to reach this point.
This point, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I buy stocks that is my stocks that I buy is almost like going to the store and buying milk. I need milk for my cereal every day. It's like buying coffee. Some people drink coffee every single day.
Yeah.
So my stocks that I'm buying is like buying coffee. Speaking of coffee, there's a company that is called Lutchkin Coffee. And I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, invest at your own risk. But there's a company called Lutchkin Coffee from China, just like our Starbucks. Do your own research. So that's a hint.
Lutchkin.
Lutchkin Coffee. I've been holding them from the day they were born. Lutchkin Coffee. Lots of ups and downs. There's some good and bad news about that company, but don't always believe what you hear. Anybody can come back from anything.
True.
And Savon, we were talking on the phone last week, and what did we say about Dogecoin? And what did all the news reports say? It started as a joke, right?
Yes.
Dogecoin, yes.
They said it started as a joke. And one thing I realize about the stock market, sometimes they try to manipulate it by putting out news on purpose to make you like, okay, I'm not going to buy this stock or I'm going to run away from it.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll say something about it in public, but then in private, they may load up on it, basically.
Right.
So that's where we have to know the difference. And one thing I learned from studying and getting advice, doing some research is every time your portfolio, you see a red stock, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It could mean it's on sale. It's like you go into a store, your favorite clothes, your favorite food, or on clearance. For example, I was holding OCGN, and OCGN was like cooking a slow cooked meal. It just wouldn't move. It wouldn't move. And I contemplated many times. I'm like, man, I'm gonna sell this thing. I'm gonna sell. This thing is not moving. It's not moving. The next thing you know, an article came out. Again, I'm just quoting the news. OCGN is partnering with such and such company to create a new COVID vaccine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it said this vaccine is successful where? In Pakistan, right? So I said, you know what? This stock is getting ready to pump to go crazy. So I think I reached out to Savon that night. And the next day, sure enough, this stock went 10x.
Crazy,
right?
yeah.
It jumped from, what was it, like $3.75
$3 to
18,
yep.
18. The high on that day was $18.77.
But Alan, you see that same news that you gave me?
Sure.
You did your research and you found that out.
Correct.
But I did not mention it to you that I had that information already, which is why I gave it to you at 29 cents. Well, I had it at 29 cents. I believe I gave it to you at 60 something cents. With that same news.
When Savon mentioned, when you mentioned that stock to me, it was 67 cents.
Yep.
So 67 cents to the high that it went to that day, $18.77. If you do the math and you're holding a good amount of shares, that stock went crazy.
But that news, right, that you just mentioned, that news was, they were in the works. It wasn't signed, sealed, and delivered. And for those of you, when you are researching, do keep in mind that you're going to hear things that hasn't come to fruition yet. So just keep those things in mind. When you hear those type of news that could possibly happen, buy the stock. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing because, we all on here, just trying to have fun with stock market and just enjoy ourselves. And we're just talking amongst ourselves and trying to help each other out. So everybody here is investing at their own risk. So anybody that's out there, we're not financial advisor. We're just sharing. Because sharing is caring.
Information.
So again, when you do your research, you understand that when you hear information, you got to move on it. So that was the reason why I told you about OCGN. There was a number of reasons. That was one, because I knew that news was coming that you found, that they signed, sealed, and delivered it. I knew it was coming. And then the next thing I knew was OCGN was going to become a popular company based off of the fact that they were getting a lot of, promotion.
Yeah.
So that's the next reason. So again, if there's a company that you guys know that's getting a lot of promotion, like Dogecoin, like Dogecoin, I'm gonna say it again. That's not obvious, to me. So, you know what, at the end of the day, me personally, that's just a risk I'll take. Invest money that you're willing to lose. Invest money that you're willing to lose. Because a lot of people are taking risk, and it's no different than life. Life is a risk. It's no different than that. We risk it every day. We're risking it right now. We're just living and hoping and praying. That's why we pray to God, and we try to protect ourselves the best way we can, but we do live a risky life, and the stock market is doing the same thing that life does. So anyone who wants to take their money and run because you see blood, guess what? We see blood in life. We're not taking our life and run.
Right.
It's the truth.
What do you guys think about Dogecoin? What do you think about Dogecoin, Savannah? I said, what's your opinion on Dogecoin?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
All right. Let me just put this out there. Now, if all of us decided to create a narrative and say, this is why we create Dogecoin or whatever they want to call it. I'll call it a dog coin because I like dogs. So we all came up with the idea that we're going to create this coin and it's going to be a joke. Guess what? We say that, but we're going to put some money behind that thing. The narrative out there is it's a joke. But is it really a joke? That's the question to ask.
Well, with that one too, like even with the Bitcoin, it started as a joke. So you know what I mean? So that's why, like when I heard about Dogecoin, however you call it, it was 2 cents, and I just went crazy on that. I'm like, you know what? I'm just go crazy on it and just let it sit for however long, because you just like money. 2 cents. It's not, it's not losing money really. You know what I'm saying? You're not really losing money on that. But the come back, like, the money that you could possibly make off of that is just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? For you not to put money on that, you know what I'm saying? 2 cents could turn into $1. You know what I'm saying? For you not to put money on that, I know you said you're not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor either, but you'd be crazy not to put money into that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even like I said, the Bitcoin, like, when I was reading about it, they did say they started as a joke, and now it's 46 grand. You know what I'm saying? So,
with
one
it,
thing,
yeah.
No, I'm saying one thing I know from my years of experience from being in banking and accounting and stuff like that. It might come off kind of crazy, but one us as black, right? We are scared of taking risks. You know what I'm saying? We scared of taking risks, and then later on, when whatever we were supposed to take the risk on happen, like, oh, if I knew, or I should have did that, and by then it's already too late. You know what I'm saying? So, um, hey, I cannot tell anybody to put money in there. Like I'm not a financial advisor, like everybody's saying, but hey, you're not like 2 cents. I mean, or I think 6 cents right now. It's just going up from 2 cents to 6 cents. Eventually, it's probably gonna go to 10. Whatever. Hopefully, the goal is, to be honest with you, for me, the goal right now is $1 because I have enough shares of that for me to say the goal is $1. So hey, I mean, I don't know what. I don't know. I can't tell anybody to do anything.
What you said is true, because when we're out and about, we're spending that money anyway. And
For sure.
certain platforms allow you to do reoccurring funding on your account. Like,
Exactly.
for example, you could set up $30 every 2 weeks or $50 every 2 weeks to come out of your check to go in that trading account, or to automatically be invested in your stock of your choice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That $30, you drove down the street, spent that on gas, you stopped and got some fast food. So,
man, I'm sure we spend at least $10 on coffee and bagels every morning, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm sure we do that almost.
Correct. And most of us on this call, I'm pretty sure we weren't born into golden spoons or silver spoons. We weren't born with college funds. And this information, especially for Black people, it's not passed down to us, because we have to look at history and learn from it. Black Wall Street, one of the most successful Black towns ever. Why were they successful? None of this stuff was passed down to us. So, what you bring is a valid point.
Yeah, man. I mean, I always felt like you have to take like the whatever. How's the thing go? It says the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, or something like that.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, you have to but the thing is, you have to set aside a certain amount of money that you're not going to use, not going to need per se, just like throwaway money. Like the same way I know a lot of people, like, for example, my father, he plays lotto a lot. That's just money just thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I spoke to him about, like, with the whole, ever since the whole COVID thing happened, I was talking to him. I'm like, dude, just, open a brokerage account, just throw that money in there, and then, move the money around or whatever. Eventually, you will definitely make money. Whatever money you're losing on lottery, you will definitely make that even double or triple. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to lose money just throwing money to the lottery and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the lottery, the lottery, you can't research. You don't know. You're hoping on 6 numbers popping out, and we're all tempted to buy the tickets. But I'll give you a perfect example. And again, not a financial advisor, but I heard and read about a stock called CTRM. What did they do? They're a dry goods shipping company. When did I get in? I got in at 34 cents.
Mm-hmm.
What did they go to? They went to $1.97 at one point. So if you do the math, you take 34 cents time how many shares, say 1,000 shares, when you bought it at 34 cents, now you times that at $1.97 when it went high. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but math makes sense, right?
That's a good amount of money, man.
Correct. So brings up a valid point.
Yeah. It's just we have a stigma. We have that stigma as as our nation, as a Black nation. We have that stigma where we're just scared of doing things. You know what I'm saying? Because we scared that it might be bad in the end, but we don't know if it might be good.
I always say, well, every time I get an opportunity to speak to people, I always remind people about being scared and why you would be scared. you know, and I weigh the options of why people are scared. You know, whether, no matter what the race, why are people afraid of certain things? And when you become afraid of something is when somebody keep telling you that that thing is, you shouldn't do that. You know, if I'm on top of the table and told me, don't jump off of there, else you're gonna break your leg. I'm probably gonna be scared to jump off of there because they're saying I might break my leg. But me, who's a trying person, I might want to jump off that table and
See,
land a certain way and find out how I can brace myself on this landing. So now I'm not as scared, you know, because I'm not listening to someone constantly trying to scare me that I'm gonna break a leg. You know, so it's no different than flying in a plane. I was afraid of flying in a plane because how many times I heard, but guess what? You better be scared of driving a car. But a lot of people don't think about that. It's because you do this thing every single day and it seems normal. But when you get in a plane, you are so much safer. You know, but a lot of people are afraid of it. So it equals kind of like, not equal, but it's similar to the stock market. It's like before I started doing it, I was never afraid. I just didn't understand it. When my friend told me about it, I did not understand it. It wasn't a fear, you know, and I have to hark back to, we always, you know, most people always say they don't teach financial literacy in school. But I had many teachers who was passionate about their finances. Let's say, for instance, a math teacher. She or he was so passionate about math, and maybe at home they manage their money so well, and she's a math teacher. Whether it's in the curriculum or not, they came there to teach. And some teachers go above and beyond. So I know in some schools, kids are actually getting information that they just not going home and researching or doing homework, or going above and beyond what that teacher has taught in that classroom. So whether or not they are teaching financial literacy in school or not, it is up to the individuals to take the knowledge that you learn at school and enhance on it at home.
Mhm.
This is why we have this program, which is a financial teaching program on YouTube, and we'll become great at this. But I cannot discredit school, even though they have a curriculum that they must teach. Because I remember growing up and going to school, and I heard a lot of financial advice. If it's one thing about older folks, they will talk. And most of those teachers are older folks. And they do teach above what they're supposed to teach. So at the end of the day, it's, are we listening? You know, that's what I believe. Are we listening? Because I don't have to be, nobody have to hold my hand through the stock market. When I told Alan about certain stocks, I didn't have to hold his hand to do anything. He took it and he swung. And now he's helping me and I'm helping him. And you know, we're gonna help each other here. You
Yeah,
know,
and that's the most important aspect of it.
yep.
Is research. And just like I was speaking to Savon the other day, and Savon piggyback on that time doesn't wait, right? So who's the big juggernaut for electric vehicles? Tesla. Everyone's trying to go after Tesla, right? So if you do research online, you should already know the next 3 electrical car companies that's trying to come out with a new vehicle to make Tesla look like, you know, whatever, you know, that got a better battery than Tesla. So that's all about research. Just like Savon said, if you hear
Yeah,
something, you hear a rumor or you hear news, don't just shut it out. Say, you know what, I'm going to look this up.
look into it. Yep.
Yeah, Savon brought up things that I didn't know. Then I'm thinking Savon may know, and I said, "Hey, have you heard about this such and such electrical car? It's looks very nice, luxury electrical market. It's about they're trying to go public." He's like, he didn't hear about it, so I text him the information to look up. And he's like, "Wow, it's all about looking up the information and getting in early. If all of us got into Bitcoin early, we would have been millionaires right now."
Yeah, we ain't even be in this group chat right now talking.
Multi-millionaires. Yeah. But what I learned is there's always another one. The stock market is the biggest transfer of wealth on this planet.
Well, yeah.
Biggest transfer of wealth. That's the crazy part. The biggest transfer of wealth. If you let that sink in.
Listen, when I think there was a stock where I said, well, this happened to me quite a few times when I just got on the stock market. I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, I missed it. And then my friend told me, listen, you're gonna catch another one. And then another one came and I missed it. And then I was like, oh my gosh. And then he said, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna catch one. You're gonna catch one. With your attitude, you're gonna catch one. And then I was never catching no fish. I'm gonna catch no fish. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my research a little bit harder. And then, like you say, Alan, every time it becomes kind of crazy. By the time I find a stock that's about to blow, I find another one that's about to blow and another one that's about to blow and another one.
It's always a wave, man. It's always a wave with the stock market, man.
Yeah.
I have an article I read. I'm gonna see if I can share it on here real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Something about I mean, it's like good principles, like like I guess trading 101. I would say just like don't like how you should invest, not how you should invest your money, but like say if you're trying to do like day trade or short-term trades, don't wait for the cap, like for the money to go all the way up to take out your money, because you will definitely lose or something like that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here. Hold on.
Sounds like Alan.
Oh, you say you sound like me.
You sound like you taking profits.
Yeah. Well, me and Savon had that conversation, just to swing back at that. Like Savon, we all have different styles, and it's okay to have a mixed bag, right? Some people may see a stock and they see a lot of value in it. They say, you know what, this is long term, or this is short term, or let me take profits and go back in once it drop again. So it's different things. And again, all this information is available online. If I don't know something, I look it up.
Yeah.
Because I know Spencer earlier, we were on the phone and he was asking me, different type of trades, long terms. It's so vast. There's so much information. There's certain companies that will pay you dividends. Certain stocks you invest in that don't give you any dividends, right? Not a financial advisor, but if you look at stocks like, what's a good one? Coca-Cola, they pay dividends. That's a company that pays dividends. There's a list of companies that pay dividends. So that's something you got to look into. Those dividend plays may be your long-term plays. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just giving you an example. So sometimes it's up to you to differentiate what's your long-term, short-term.
Yeah.
Like the penny stocks, isn't that something where you don't really lose anything anyway? I mean,
oh, you lose, man. You definitely lose.
I mean, if I put a few pennies in, if I lose it, it's not gonna hurt me though. It's not
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I see myself, seeing if I'm profiting from it, but if I don't, it's not gonna hurt me. So you could at least have a few shares in that, or a few stock investments in that, kind of spread it across,
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
To touch on that, Spencer, it's no different than the story I gave about being on top of a table, and it's up to you how you want to jump off. And you had to figure out, how do I jump off? So when it comes to what you just said, if you're going to invest in a penny stock, I'm with you. Because let's just say you put $2,000 in a penny stock. You do your research, you so positive. I'll use myself for instance.
Mhm.
I have the attitude, like when I told Alan about that 29 cents OCGN, I wasn't playing. That wasn't a risk. I don't know, I didn't know Alan that much.
Mhm.
Did not know him that much. So if I was worried, I don't own OCGN, but the belief that I had with what's going on with the COVID-19 and the news that I have of what's coming and who's coming, it's a no-brainer. I don't even care if it's a penny. Once the news is coming, you got to use your noggin, penny or not. Because if that's OCGN was versus Tesla, then I got no chance with Tesla. I got no chance. I got all the chance in the world with OCGN though. And it's like you said, I would gladly put 2,000 in for that outcome than to put $2,000 in Tesla.
I
Think
believe it.
about that.
I believe it.
I'm not a
The
financial
turnaround,
advisor, but think about that.
usually the turnaround is usually greater on the smaller stocks. I mean, not from what I've seen though. I mean, don't listen to me, but from what I've seen, the turn, like you said before, was it the NDL and Tillery?
NDL.
It was 66% on Tilray, and 166 on SNDL.
Yep.
And so I'm saying the turnaround is usually greater, the percentage is usually greater on the lower stocks than the higher stocks. But it depends on what stocks though. You know what I mean? Like, you have like, Amazon's, those people, they just go crazy. For example, like Shopify. I remember I bought Shopify probably like last year. Nothing crazy, just portion. Nothing crazy. I mean, it went up crazy just recently. I made some change off of it, but just to show you, like, I guess you got to do your homework pretty much, man. I mean, pretty much got to do your homework.
I'm gonna break it down for you. Tesla, how much is Tesla right now? I know how much it is, but I'm just asking. Tesla is about $817
Right.
right
Yeah.
All right, so let's round that off to 820. That's Tesla right now, one share. So let me ask, who here is gonna buy 10 shares of Tesla?
Not me.
All right, who's gonna buy one?
I bought one a couple months ago when I had that thing with Apple. It was like $400 something.
All right, so you made $400.
Yeah.
The other day you were up to 500, dropped back down to making $400. Now I would advise you to keep it because my belief, Tesla is going to possibly go to 2,000. I'm not a financial advisor. That's just my belief.
Okay. That's a good
That's
belief.
just my belief. So even though I'm telling you that Tesla is going to go up maybe $2,000, just like Alan said, Bitcoin is probably going to go to 400,000. That's the estimate. Well, me personally, I'm saying, for me personally, that's what I want to see, and that's what I believe, that Tesla is going to be back at 2,000 because it was there once before, and it might even go further than that. It may look like Amazon. That's my belief. So obviously, if you're holding one, and let's just say Tesla made it to 300,000, yeah, you made a profit. But how many times do we throw away 300,000? 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah. How many times do we throw away three? You can hold Tesla for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and it goes to 200,000 holding one share, and you can walk in the store and blow it. You can blow every little red cent that you spend 3 years of earning. Because $3,000 isn't much. Your rent is $3,000 a month.
True.
So I'm making sense of it, like Alan said, with the parts that Tesla owned, just like Tilray versus SNDL. Research, and invest wisely. That's why we have this crew here, so we can sit down, talk and start bringing solid information to the YouTube
Information.
channel. Right now, we're just kicking it. We're just talking. We're not financial advisors.
Well, tomorrow I wanna invest in some stuff tomorrow. But I just want to make sure I'm investing in the right things at the right time, and yeah, that's basically it. I want to make sure I just opened not Robinhood, the Webull account, and I put $100 in there. So I want to start off with using that and just making sure I'm kind of spreading it out to certain things that I'm hearing is going to blow up by at the end of March and all that.
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
Yeah,
and touching on accounts as well, really quick, I don't want to take too much time. I know I spoke to Spence about that, and I think I brought it up to many people on here already. People that know me, it's important to have multiple platforms because you may see a stock that's hot and it's not available on one platform, but if you had this other platform, then you could buy that stock. You know, there's certain
True.
platforms you can't buy a Dogecoin, right?
I
Yeah.
have 3 of them now. Webull, Robinhood, and my Fidelity account. So I'm thinking that's a good start.
I mean, I have Robinhood and TD Ameritrade. You know, Robinhood, I'm probably gonna transfer everything from Robinhood to TD Ameritrade though. You know, because Robinhood been going crazy with certain stuff. Like I don't know if you guys remember the whole GameStop situation, man. I had some money in there. I couldn't take it out. I couldn't sell. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I remember that. But remember, TD Ameritrade, you can't buy from my knowledge, you can't buy Dogecoin on TD Ameritrade.
No, right now you
I
can't
have-
buy Dogecoin on there. No.
Correct. I have TD Ameritrade too, you know. So
Yeah.
You'll need
there's,
them. You'll need
there's
each one
another
for
one
something.
like Spence brought up. There's another one called Webull, but even Webull
Webull.
doesn't have Dogecoin. They have coins, but they don't have Dogecoin.
Yeah, they don't have Dogecoin. I mean, they just cut that off a couple weeks ago because my friend was here and he had just bought it from Webull when he was here. But I think a week later, a couple days later, they stopped doing that on Webull.
Mm.
Yeah.
Me personally, again, this is just me. This is not to influence anyone. Me personally, I ain't going nowhere off Robinhood. Me personally.
You're not leaving Robinhood?
Nope. Nope.
I felt this, and I understand that. I felt the same way as well. Only reason is because that's why I have all of them. I said, you know what? I may not put this much in this one because of certain things, and I may put some more in this one. But that's why it's important to have diverse vehicles to trade, right? Because Robinhood, for example, Robinhood gives you instant availability to your funds. Webull doesn't, right? You understand? So you got to look at the positive and the negatives. Like, yeah, I hate Robin. You know, certain things they did, but they allow me to have availability for my funds. For example, I transferred money into Webull not too long ago. It's not available. They told me 5 days to be available. You know, and I want to start trading through the Robinhood. I want to start trading on Webull on Tuesday, but I can't because their rules doesn't allow it to be available. If I transfer it today on Robinhood, it's available today. I can buy Dogecoin right now.
But my problem with Robinhood kind of like they blocked me, man. I mean, not blocked me. They flagged me as a day pass. I'm 90 days and I'm restricted for that 90 days, man. Because I've been doing like transfers. Because with the whole, I told you about the whole GameStop, Naked, AMC. That was a great day. Because if you're a day trader, you're definitely making a killing. You know what I'm saying? But with you can't do that with TD Ameritrade though. And I mean I can't transfer money the same day on Robinhood. Because they blocked me. They blocked me for 90 days. So that's why I'm like, I mean, it's not even worth it to just stay there. I'm just gonna transfer everything over to TD. And even I have Webull, I never used it, but I don't know.
I don't listen. We just gotta use our patience, and just use diversity. like Alan
Yeah.
mentioned, I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I'm one that don't listen to what people say that easily. You know, I listen if it makes sense. And if it don't make sense to me when I'm listening, and you can continue to talk to me and make sense of it, then eventually I'll get it. But I'm not one to jump, and just run away. I give an example. Let's use the COVID test, for instance, traveling
Mhm.
to Jamaica, which I just came from Jamaica. When people put things on, remember, 85% of people think alike, are very similar. So if you put something on the internet, or let's just use Facebook, stating that in the United States you can test 3 days prior and it don't cost you anything, or maybe it costs you a little bit. But then you go to Jamaica and it's like they're telling you it's $200 that you got to pay. Now everybody running around mad. Why I got to pay $200? But if you don't do your research, and you sitting there listening to people, you think you got to go pay $200 when you actually are just paying $50.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? I don't listen to people that easily based off of what's in the news. Alan mentioned it before, that sometimes news are put out there to kind of push you out,
Yeah.
make you believe something that's not so.
That's not true.
Yes. So when I'm doing my research, you'd be surprised how many stocks I've bought off of lies that I've figured out. Lies, straight lies to the public that I've figured out that that's a lie. That you're trying to push that out so nobody don't do nothing about that. Well, you got the wrong man. I'm doing something about that. You'd be surprised. You'd be
I hear you.
surprised. And I could use Moderna as example for that. To all the negativity that Moderna has been through. Trust me when I tell you, lots of people ran away from Moderna.
I was one of them.
There you go.
How much did you get Moderna?
Huh?
How much did you get into Moderna?
How much did I get into it? Well, I'm not going to display that on
No. I meant cost per share.
Oh, I thought you tried to get my numbers out.
No.
No, man, I got in at $40. Well, I got in a little bit earlier, but then it averaged out to about $40 because I kept buying.
Okay, you kept buying, but you initially got in around what was the initial stock price?
$29.
Okay.
Yeah, $29. But before that, in other apps, I was, apps like my brokerage account, I got in there, I think maybe $15.
Okay,
But I only bought one share. I can't do nothing.
understand.
Yeah. When I just learned about it. Yeah. And then when I really learned about it, when Trump said something, then it was like 30 something dollars, almost 40. But yeah, Moderna, I learned a lot from Moderna, and it kind of helped me with other stocks because the negativity around Moderna was just crazy. And they were giving so much props to the more popular companies and just trying to put their foot on Moderna's neck. And I was just like, listen, man, y'all trying to kill my wife because Moderna was my wife. I done married Moderna and I was not leaving that woman. So I
Well,
never
you
left.
still have it?
Of course, Moderna, listen, Moderna not going nowhere.
How much is it right now?
It's at 183 right now.
Oh man.
183. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor, but think about this. Think about this. Are we home free from COVID? Definitely not, are we? We're not home free from COVID.
We're not. No, we're not.
No, we're not. And Moderna is what? $183. So do the math.
It's gonna go up.
Do the math. It's gonna go up and down. It ain't just gonna go up. It's gonna go up and down.
I'll wait for the down.
Listen,
I mean, makes. I mean, you know.
I wanted to go. Listen, I'm not selling, and it's up to 183 right now, and it could go down to $1. I still
Not
ain't.
selling.
Nope. You go to $1, which I know it ain't going to $1. So think about this. I know it ain't going to $1. It's out there now. Financial report's gonna come out at some point, and the numbers gonna be crazy. So I know it ain't going to $1, and I know it ain't staying 183, and I know it's gonna come down. Can anybody on here tell me why it's gonna come down from $183? Let's see what you guys know. Why is Moderna, who I believe right now, it's looking great. It should go up, but why is it gonna come down? Quiz. Can anybody answer that? Why is Moderna gonna come down from 183?
Are you gonna go down from 183?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Because it certainly ain't gonna keep going up.
I guess maybe, like you said, people talk bad about it just to bring the price down, to get people
Bam.
out. And they
Bam.
also bring the price down so they can buy it and invest in it.
Now, yeah, that's a good one. What else can drive the price down?
Is it people taking profits?
Haha. That as well. Buy and sell. So there's many things. There's many reasons why the stock market go up and down. What does our life do? Are we always on a natural high? We're not always on a natural high, people. There's no way, we're imperfect. Why does Bitcoin go up and down? Why is it volatile, as they call it? But yet it's estimated to go to $400,000. Whoa, that's really volatile. Think about it. Why in 2021 would a stock be $300, $400 a share, and in 2023 it goes down to $50? Another quiz.
Well, this different thing is the value. You know what I'm saying? The value can go down. There's different things about the stocks going down. But I mean, the Moderna one, I don't know why it would go down. But I know stocks in general, you know, it would go down because of the value, the volume. There's different reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Savon, this is Sharon. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi. Is it because there may be other vaccines that are coming out with, that give the same effect towards the virus? Could that be a reason why?
That could have, there's many, many reasons. And you touching on that is another reason. Competition, for sure. Competition can drive the price down as well.
Mm-hmm.
Competition.
Okay, so what is the main, what do you think is the main reason that will cause the price of the vaccine or Moderna to go down? Let's hear from you what your opinion is.
Institution investors.
Or the investors
buying at a lower level to drive for the price to go higher.
Those are short sales, no? I mean, short buys.
Yeah. Remember, you can make money in stocks doing what? Going up, coming down. So there's no way it's just going to keep going up if you can make money both ways. True. So when Moderna comes down and they come out with the news, what do you think that news is there for?
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. With Moderna and Pfizer is also out. And when I just checked, Pfizer stock is $35 per share. What is the difference? Why is it that Pfizer is less than Moderna? What could be the difference? I mean, what causes that to happen? Is it because is it the effect of the vaccine, or because of what people are saying about their product?
Okay. Well, Pfizer is working with, let me hope I'm saying this name correct. BioNTech.
BioNTech.
You heard of BioNTech? So that's basically the partnership. So don't look at Pfizer's number as far as at $35 and that's the vaccine. The vaccine doesn't seem to have any effect on Pfizer's $35 a share stock, because BioNTech, which I believe is, hold on, don't remember the ticker symbol, but it's BioNTech. Can somebody look that up real quick? That's who Pfizer is working. Huh? That's who Pfizer is working with their vaccine. So when you're comparing Moderna to Pfizer, look at BioNTech, and then you can do your comparison.
Is that Biotechne Corp?
I'm actually on it right now. So the ticker symbol is BNTX. So that's who you compare Moderna to. BNTX.
Okay. Yeah, this is almost similar to what OCGN is doing, because OCGN had partnered with another company so they can try to roll out that new vaccine that's coming from Pakistan.
Yep. So Sharon,
Yeah.
compare BioNTech to Moderna. So Moderna is 183 and BioNTech is 117. They're the ones that's working with Pfizer. So they're doing Pfizer's vaccine.
Okay, got you.
Yep. So, this is kind of funny because in the process, because Pfizer is was a lot more popular than Moderna, their BioNTech stock was trading higher because of Pfizer, the partnership. So now look at Moderna, who had most of the negative news.
Right.
Perfect example. Don't listen to what you hear. Do your own research. Believe in what you believe in. Invest in what you believe in. I always say, because I play basketball, and I always tell my players, I can't take the shot for you. So when it's time to win the game, I wish I could shoot it for you because I know it's going to go in if I shoot it. But you have to believe in yourself and you have to take that shot because no one can take it for you. So no one can tell me what to invest in. I have to believe in what I'm investing in. And in order for me to have that type of belief, I have to research. When I called Alan and told him, hey, jump on OCGN at 64 cents, it wasn't for him to just listen to me. It's for him to build his own confidence in what I told him and make himself that confident like I am by doing his research. Because I can't take his money and put it in for him. So at the end of the day, you have to believe in what you're investing in by the research that you're doing. It solidifies your investment.
Let me ask you a quick question because I may have to leave the group. When are you going to have another meeting like this? Because I want to try and get my son, involved. I know he has stocks with it's Robinhood. I think he told me earlier this week. But I'd like for him to be a part of this group sessions because like myself, he's also a novice. We're both inexperienced in this area, but you know, I'm learning as I go by. But I want him to get access to your YouTube channel, Savon, and you know, this chat. So when are you going to have sessions like this again?
Okay, well, me and Alan have been talking a lot more because he's been doing a lot of research, and you know, so have I. So we're both doing a lot of research, and we're definitely motivated. I know Alan said he was off this week, and I believe even when he's working, he's gonna always be working on the stock market. So I believe we will be on here pretty often, especially the excitement that we're having, you know, with the research that we're doing, and we're confident, you know, we're very, very confident in our investments. So I know he's off this week. So Alan, you're on. When is the next time that you would like to jump on here with me?
Well, that's why we have this group together, so we can all trade off ideas off each other and kind of build the group up. What is today? Today's, see, I don't even remember what day it is today. I'm just working all day.
Today is Monday.
Today's Monday. Okay. So we're looking to set up something more midweek, right? Or, you know, that's something we have to discuss to see what's the best time to start the show, because obviously trading for regular stocks doesn't happen during the weekend, with the exception of Bitcoins. So sometimes it's good to, you know, prepare during the weekend and kind of feed off each other. So we're still trying to set what day of the week that we'll be doing the show and what time frame, because we know some people have to go to work in the morning. Some people are at work, maybe listening to the show. So we have to set up a good time as well. What time the show would start, what time it would end, what day of the week would be best. So that's something that we have to definitely discuss.
Okay. All right.
All right. And before you go, Sharon,
Yeah.
Me and DJ spoke, and we are going to put a flyer out there and advertise it. We're going to get on here on Sunday as well. Sunday at 9 p.m. We're going to have a seminar again, Sunday at 9 p.m. But possibly Thursday, Alan, is what I was looking at. But again, we'll talk off of here and we'll decide if we're going to come on Thursday, because me and DJ spoke about coming on a couple of times. So Alan, if you are busy, I'm sure me and DJ can also come on and, you know, and speak. You know, I'll probably broadcast from his house, you know, because he has a nice setup. Correct, DJ?
That is correct. That is correct.
All right. So Alan, when we talk off here, and you know, if there's something that you can't make, you know, we'll definitely hold the fort down for you until you can, you know, make it. So, you know, we're all in this together. You know, there'll be some sessions when I'm not here, you know, and so on and so on. But the show must go on.
Can I just say one thing? When you're scheduling the time of the meeting, and I do know that people work different shifts, and because I want him to be a part of this, you know, he doesn't work in a week. I don't think he works on weekends anymore, but his hours are late. He starts working pretty late. So I'm not sure if we can, if you're able to maybe, I don't know. Just tell me what time you're going to have the meeting. Let me know what time, and I'll run it by him and see if he's available, if it fits in with his work schedule, because he starts working at 6:30 in the evenings.
Yeah, most times we try to do sometimes 8, sometimes 8:30, sometimes 9 p.m. We decided to do 9 p.m. today, you know, because everyone was at work, and you know, we came home a little bit after 7:30 and wanted to be prepared and give us some time for 9. But normally it's not as late as 9, you know, sometimes 8, 8:30.
Okay. All right. I will talk with him and let him know. Hopefully he can.
Savon also has the YouTube page, which he can go back on the days he can't make it and actually watch the playback.
Okay, that's great to know. Thank you so
much. And he could set up on YouTube an alert, so if we do go live and he's on break or something, he can actually listen in live through YouTube.
All right, that's good. That's good. Okay.
Yep. Wonderful. Before we wrap it up, I wanted to mention Coinbase, what I do on Coinbase, for those who may be listening out there outside of just this group. The same $10 that I show you guys that I put in Bitcoin and it turned into $35. I've been doing that same thing in Coinbase and on Uphold. Every day I buy different cryptos, and the diversification is a good thing. I was buying coins that and tokens that I was just doing research and, realizing, okay, this coin can do this coin can do that. And I just put $10, here and there in different coins, maybe $50 a day, just buying different coins. And you'll be amazed to see how these $10 in each coin add up. I bought the graph, and the graph went crazy, went up to $3 from, I bought it for 40 cents, just by putting $10 a day. I ended up with $120 in the graph before it even moved from 40 cents. And then there's plenty other that's doing the same thing, not quite the $3 that it, well, oh no, I'm lying. Synthetics was like $5. And I was putting in like, I think it was $80 before it went from like $7 or $9. It got up to $7 or $9, and it just jumped from $7 or $9 to $25 on Coinbase. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just like having fun, just putting $10 a day into different coins and tokens on Coinbase. I treat it like a savings account, and I'm having fun. I'm not running to no stores and buying candy, juice. I like sweets, and I spend a lot of money on drinking juice that's sweet, too sweet for me. And I don't like water, but I would spend a lot of money on juice, man. So now I spend a lot of money on Coinbase. I'm drinking Coinbase now. So I'm excited, that little $10 that I show you guys, that I gained $35 just by leaving it in Bitcoin. Now I got almost all the cryptos putting $10 in them. There's some that may not even be that good, but guess what? I throw money in the garbage. I used to throw money in the garbage all the time. So if some of these coins are garbage coins, I guess my money garbage with them. But I know for sure, because of diversification, ain't no way all my money garbage can. So I'm not throwing all my money in the garbage can.
That's cool.
Wisdom.
Huh?
That is wisdom.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's like having 5 kids. You gotta take care of all your kids. One of them might be rotten, but you still gotta take care of the rotten boy or girl.
Savon, I have a 12-year-old grandson, and I want to try and get him involved in this too. So he actually downloaded the app to his phone for public.com. So he hasn't opened up his checking account yet. So hopefully this week, if the weather provides us with the opportunity to go to the bank, to the bank, they can open up his checking account and start getting involved in buying stocks.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Yep, I think we can keep on going because our group is so nice, but I think we need to wrap this up. Sharon, before I wrap it up, I wanted to you reached out to me because of my brother Damien in Jamaica. Guys, I'm definitely proud that I'm motivating a lot of people. I went to Jamaica, took a trip, and I kind of showed my brother my Coinbase account, and they saw how money was going up. I literally was making $1,000, a couple hundreds into $1,000. By the time the weekend was over, I believe I made maybe $1,200 just by putting $10 in coin. In just by putting $10, it's like it's crazy what $10 can do if you keep on putting $10 in different coins. You know, so you don't have to have a lot of money. But he got motivated and he told his auntie, which is Sharon. You know, and that's why Sharon is on here, because he told his auntie. You know,
Mhm.
and it's just amazing, man. So I was talking to Sharon and I was saying, you know, because my mom asked me, by the information that I'm giving the people, what am I getting out of it? And I said, I just like sharing with people, you know. So when I spoke to Sharon, I came up with the idea that, you know what, I do have a not-for-profit organization and I was working with kids and everybody loves kids. You know, so I wanted to form this group to where we can help out each other, which I also spoke to Alan about it as well, to where whatever business we all are doing, you know, when we make all this money that we're planning to make, we have to pay taxes. So, you know, it's a good thing to actually give,
Give
you know,
back.
to charities, give back to charities. Yeah, Sharon, you can go ahead and touch on it.
No, no, I mean, I have a passion for for helping people. And when Savan mentioned about his nonprofit organization, I was pretty excited, you know, and pleased. And he shared with me that all he's asking for is just to give back whatever we make a profit to give back. And I'm very elated. You know, I have no problem at all in doing that, because in order for us to make that money, he is the person who is actually giving us ideas and pointing us in the right direction. And I just think in my heart, it's the right thing for us to do, because I mean, without him giving me information as to what, you know, where to actually find the stock, how to, you know, where to put the money. I mean, I couldn't do it by myself. I cannot. So I'm dependent upon him to lead and to guide me and point me in the right direction. So I'm grateful for what he's doing. But at the same time, the foundation that he has, he needs my support and or support to actually give back to him for kids. So I think that's a great job that he's doing. And I want to make sure that, you know, I'm supporting his organization, and hopefully others who gets on board and are following him will do the same as well too. So thank you, Savan.
You're welcome, and I also want to give credit to Alan because I'm definitely proud that Alan is challenging me in a way,
Okay.
which is a good thing, because when I'm out there working, and because believe it or not, before when I met Alan and I gave him, you know, information, I'm proud to do that. So when I met him and he helped me out by my car breaking down in front of his house, it's almost like meeting someone that you don't know and say, "Oh my God, that's a good person right there. You look at how he helped me." So I'm always willing to do what I can to share with people that is a nice person. You know,
Yes.
so I went out of my way to give him OCGN, you know, and whatever other stocks. I was willing to do that for nothing, you know. So to see him turn around and almost be like another me, you know, even though he's Alan, I'm Savan. It's like another person that's like me, you know. So I want you to definitely give Alan the credit as well, you know. So we all, same go for you, Sharon. We're gonna help you as well because money goes around. If you gave me $10, I might give it to Alan, and if
Yeah.
Alan get the $10, he might give it to DJ, and if DJ get the $10, he might give it to Spencer. That's the
Mhm.
way it is.
Well, thank you, Alan, so much for your part in this as well.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to get my daughter. I mean, I spoke to her about this, so I'm working on other people to get involved in this too, Savan. So as I talk to them and they decide to come on board, I share the information with you, and then or they can reach out to you themselves. In fact.
Yes, no problem. I appreciate that. This is how we grow this group, and who you know gets you ahead. And that's what the successful people do. So let's continue to grow our group. That way we can be successful.
Wonderful. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
no problem. Thank you, guys.
Really appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a good
All right,
night.
good
Thank
night,
you so
guys.
much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.
Alan, I'll keep touch base.
Okay, definitely.
All right, cool.
All right, Alan. So we'll speak. You say you're off for the rest of the week, so we'll speak off here.
Definitely.
All right, and thank you, man. Appreciate you.
No problem. No problem.
All right. I'm gonna end now.
Okay.